Hey guys, so today's mobility, we're focusing on lower body, a lot of hips today. Equipment, we're gonna need a foam roller or some type of lacrosse ball, tennis ball, whatever you have. So we're gonna start today by foam rolling our calves. Just start my timer here, okay? So we're gonna do 1 minute per leg, starting at above the heel to just below the knee, okay? 1 minute, starting now. You can have your free leg to the side, but if you don't feel much with this, you can cross the free leg on top of that leg to apply more pressure on the calf. So every once in a while, just move the foam roller up a couple of inches. Work your way up to behind the knee, and then maybe work your way back down. Just gonna loosen up these muscles a little bit. All right, let's switch legs. All right, good. Next piece, we're gonna hit the quads. So top of the leg, we're gonna go one leg at a time. So we'll start on our left leg, and that right leg can be off to the side. Okay, so starting just below the hip bone, working our way to above the kneecap. So we're not rolling on top of our kneecap. 1 minute here. Try and relax that leg that's on top of the foam roller as much as you can. The more you tense up, the less you'll feel. You don't want to tense that leg up. Try and leave it relaxed. Okay, and without switching sides yet, let's just turn to our side and get the IT bend, so the outside of the leg. Turn on over, okay? If this is too much weight for you, you can use that right leg in front to take off some pressure. If you don't feel anything, then you can take that free leg and place it right on top of that left leg. 1 minute here. So same as the quad, we're going from below the hip bone to above the kneecap, staying in that range. Again, keep in mind, try and keep your left leg relaxed. Try not to tense up. I know it's hard sometimes when you get some knots there. First thing you want to do is tense up. Try your best to just relax. All right, let's switch legs. Starting with the front of the leg, the quad. One minute. As a reminder, again, try and leave that right leg relaxed. Try not to tense up. All right, and from here, just turning over to our side, we're gonna get the IT band now on the right leg. All right, and relax. Okay, now we have those muscles a little bit massaged up. Let's go into our first stretch. We're gonna go into a lunge position. Okay, you can use that foam roller like I'm gonna use now to keep myself up. So we're gonna go right leg back on the knee, left leg is up on the foot, foam rollers in my right hand, staying nice and tall. I'm gonna try and dip my hip down to the floor while staying tall. Okay, we're gonna hold here for 2 minutes. So what you're thinking about here is trying to get the right hip to the floor while staying tall with your chest. While you're in this position, you also want to make sure that your heel is in line with your knee. So your knee should be right above your heel. Shouldn't be in front of your heel nor behind it. All right, now, still in the same position, don't switch your stance. Still with the left foot forward, okay? We're still in that lunge position. We're not gonna take our arms down to the floor on the inside of that left leg. Okay, now if you can, get your elbows to the floor, great, do that. If not, you can stay on your hands like me. We're trying to get our chest as low as we can to the floor, okay? That left leg, push out that knee a little bit away from you, as if we're doing an air squat. 2 minutes here. So in this position, you're still thinking about trying to get that right hip to the floor. At the same time, you're trying to drop your upper body as much as you can to the floor. All right, let's come on out of there. Let's slowly switch sides. So let's grab our foam roller again if we need it. We're gonna take the right leg forward. Left knee is down behind us, okay? Make sure that the knee is right above the heel on the right leg. Foam roller is in my left hand now. From here, trying to drive my left hip to the floor while staying tall with my chest. Okay, 2 minutes here. Thirty seconds left. If at any time this is too much, and still in the same position, you can just back off. right? My feet haven't changed, back off a little bit, and then just go back into it. All right, taking just the foam roller out of the way, still in the same position. Let's get those hands down on the inside of the right leg. Okay, again, we're still thinking about trying to get that left hip down, and now we're adding in our upper body, trying to drop our upper body. Pushing that right knee away from us. 2 minutes. All right, let's slowly back away from that. Okay. Let's sit down with our feet in front of us. So we just focused on the front here of our hips, hip flexors. Let's get a little bit of our low back now. So lying on our backs, we're gonna lie on our backs. Actually, the low back and a little bit of our glutes too. So lying on our back, we're gonna take our left knee up to 90. With my right hand, I'm gonna grab the outside of the left leg, pull it to the right. We're gonna hold this position for 1 minute. Try and keep your left shoulder on the floor and just focus on tilting the left leg to the right. And let's switch. So left leg is straight. Bring that right leg up to 90, the knee. Left hand goes on the outside of my right leg, pulling it to the left, trying to keep my right shoulder down. 1 minute. All right, good. Let's rock ourselves up or just sit up. Feet are straight out in front of us. We're not going to hit our piriformis, small little muscle in the glute. Okay, so we're going to bring up our left leg, cross it over the right, bring the heel up as high as you can towards the hip, and then we're just going to hug this knee to our chest, staying nice and tall. 1 minute here. And switch. One minute here. All right, you can let that leg go. Our next position is a 90-90. Okay, so we're gonna do left leg is in front of us with the knee bent at 90, and the back leg is behind us, also bent at 90 at the knee. So I'm 90 degrees at the knee, 90 degrees on the back leg as well. Okay, so from here we're gonna do two angles. We're gonna twist, so looking away from that left leg, and then we're gonna twist looking towards that back leg. Okay. If you're not able to sit up like I can right now, I have my left hand holding myself up, okay? So while you're holding yourself up, twist as much as you can and try and stay nice and tall with your chest. We're gonna do 1 minute one side, 1 minute the other, okay? So 1 minute, looking away from the left, starting now. Twist as much as you can. Keep in check that your knees and your feet are in contact with the floor. Don't let anything come off the floor as you're twisting. All right, now let's look towards that back leg. Again, trying to stay nice and tall. Keep everything down, the knees and the feet. Don't let anything come off the floor. Okay, now let's switch. So let's get our right leg in front of us. Left leg is behind us or to our side. Make sure the knees are at 90, 90, 90. Okay, from here, we're gonna turn to the right. So looking away from that right leg. 1 minute starts now. Staying nice and tall with our chest. Knees and feet stay in contact with the floor at all times. So think about actively pressing down towards the floor with your legs. Okay, and let's twist the opposite direction towards the back leg. And relax. Let's get those feet in front of us again. Awesome. Okay, guys, so to finish off today's routine, we're going to do one exercise I personally like to do to prep myself for squats, any type of squat, back squat, front squat, overhead squat. Okay, so I call them a seated hip twist. So our hips, right, ball and socket. What we're gonna do is you're gonna bend, we'll start with the left leg bent at the knee. You're gonna crisscross your fingers. You're gonna place them on the top part of your shin to hold that leg, okay? You're gonna stay nice and straight with your back so you're not hunching. So stay nice and tall. And if you can, we're gonna lift this right leg just a little bit in the air. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. And while you're up there, I want you to think about twisting from the hip, twisting that ball and socket. So you're gonna go in as much as you can, and then out as much as you can. Okay, so I lift up, turning in from the hip, right? I'm not just turning my foot, I'm turning this entire sequence in and out, okay? So we're gonna do 1 minute of work. You're gonna lift, turn, 1, 2, turn as much as you can, 1, 2, back to the middle, drop. And you're gonna just keep doing that for 1 minute, okay? Keep in check. As you're doing this, you're gonna wanna round your back. Keep your back nice and tall. And if you can't lift your leg up, just do it from the floor. Turn in as much as you can, turn out as much as you can. And you'll feel something's going on there in the hip, okay? So 1 minute starts in 2, 1, now. Once in a while, keep your back in check. Make sure it's nice and tall. 10 seconds left. It's enough for one more time. And rest. All right, let's slowly switch positions. Okay, so my right knee is bent, fingers are crossed, placed on the top part of my shin. Back is nice and tall. Okay, 1 minute starts now. And rest. All right, that's a wrap, guys.